So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit of a story today, and I decided to play Skate 3 while I end up telling you this because nothing else was working. So I don't have Xbox Live Gold, and Warzone has the giant updates that they always have. Every single time I decide to play it, there's always a new update that's 30 gigs and will take a whole hour or more just to download. I wanted to talk a little bit about a dream that I had, and also I guess a little bit about my car, if I want to bring that up. Alright, so this was a very strange dream. Essentially what happened was that I was walking on a trail, okay? Because, you know, with any kind of dream, you always start out with, like, you're walking somewhere, right? You're never just, like, you always just end up, like, right in the middle of it. You never start out in a certain spot. You're just literally always right in the dead center of where, I don't know, the situation's happening or whatever. So I was just walking on the trail, and it was like a trail that you can like bike on and stuff like that, and it's a real trail. I've been on the trail before, and anyways, I was walking on the trail and I came across some vultures and bald eagles. Okay, now these vultures and bald eagles were, well, for one, the bald eagles were like shooting their faces, okay, with like all their feathers, and all you could see was like a little bit of them, like a little bit of their face. And I believe that might actually be how they sleep. I'm not 100% sure, but it might actually be. And the vultures are sitting there squawking up a hill, and I was like, all right, well, that's a little strange. Like, I'm kind of curious. I wonder what they're squawking about. So I ended up pretty much investigating, and upon my investigation, I ended up going over to this giant, like, it was like a giant mansion that was like all burnt, just completely burnt on like one side. I mean, it just didn't make any sense, right? So I was like, dude, like, I wonder if they know their place is burned, because like that's a lot of friggin' like burn, charcoal, white, I don't know what you want to call it, but regardless, it was just very burnt. And I ended up going up to the house, kind of like creeped up. I went through like what looked to be like the back door, but it wasn't also the back door, and I ended up creeping back there, and then through, like, you know how like doors will have, there's a front door, and then there's like those pocket windows that are beside it. So it kind of had those kind of those windows, and there was a man that was walking in. So the dude was actually coming into his house, and I'm assuming that, I don't know, I didn't really know what to do. I panicked and I ran actually out the door that I had came in from, and then I decided, you know what, I kind of want to go back and tell him. I feel like I need to tell him that his house is burnt on one side. So I went back in and I wanted to tell him about the, like, I guess the burnt side of his house, and he was like, yeah, I already like knew about that, it's okay. And he's like, well, how about this? I could show you how to make, like, specifically, like, this kind of, like, smoothie milkshake. So he began showing me how to make this, like, it was like a strawberry milkshake, right? I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. It was like a giant mixer and everything, and he poured in some, like, vanilla extract, I believe some strawberries as well. It got very pink and very flavorful. It looked really good, to be honest. And then there was some other things that I can't necessarily remember that he was also showing me, that was along the lines of pretty much mixing certain things to create some kind of like yogurt looking smoothie styled drink. So from there he ended up showing me that, and then he decided to show me outside because I was asking about the bald eagles and why there were so many bald eagles around. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, we got a lot, and it's actually pretty cool because we got I built like a giant nest out here for the bald eagles. And I was like, oh really, like that's really cool. So he went out to show me the nest for the bald eagle, and it was actually kind of strange because I was like, there's like, imagine this, there's a back side of the house, which is the hills where the vultures were at, and the trail, okay? And then so you got the trail, the vultures up on the hill with the bald eagles that were shooting their face. Over the hill comes a like a kind of like a divot. The mansion sits like right there, okay? And then from there, you got pretty much, I guess, docks and stuff like that, and then a whole bunch of water. It was like just like a giant lake, I suppose, and there was a giant bird's nest there, like a giant man-made bird nest. Okay, so there was like a humongous, and I mean ginormous, okay, bald eagle that ended up flying through, and it dropped down onto the man-made bird nest, right? And it sat there for a second. It looked like it was getting comfortable and whatnot, and there was like, it looked like quite a bit of eggs just sitting around it, and it ended up like plopping out one big egg, and then it like literally picked up the egg, and then it showed it to me. And then, like, I don't know, he was just kind of like showing me the giant egg, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. It's a big egg, like that's a really big egg for a bird. I've never seen a bird like plop out an egg. And he was like, yeah, you know, they're really big and everything. They're, I don't know, cool. I don't remember what he had to say about it, but anyways, he showed me the birds. And then as I went back inside, it was very odd, because the wife, I'm just gonna assume that this was the wife, but the wife was chilling with the kid. Okay, now the kid was like a young boy wearing like a white t-shirt, okay, and he was just like standing there. It's kind of like that like classic scene where you see like the mom or like the father, whoever it is, but in this case it's the mom, holding like the shoulder of the child, and like he's just like standing by her side, I suppose. But anyways, I decided, I was like, hey, I'm planning on leaving, you know, I'm gonna head out here. And as I was walking out, she ended up like taking a hammer that she had, and I forgot to mention the hammer. She was holding a hammer. So hammer in the hand, okay, down here below. She's holding the hammer. She's got her hand on the young boy, and she's just standing there staring at me with a giant smile, okay? As I was walking away, the boy was actually kind of walking away with me, I suppose, and I kind of like turned back and he was walking up, and she hit him in the back with the hammer, like literally like just cracked his spine with it, and the boy did not do anything. He just took the impact and was, I guess, acted like nothing ever happened. The boy's back, okay, there was like I said, he had a white t-shirt on. His t-shirt like started like kind of like emerging blood, I suppose. That's pretty much what happened to him, is that blood started like oozing down his back and on the white t-shirt, which kind of made it look kind of gross, to be honest. As he's walking beside me and like past me, his mom ended up saying, my husband really liked you. You should be glad that you weren't next. That's kind of like how it's kind of how she did it. I can't lie, very spooky. I kind of like fast-paced walked out, and then after fast-paced walking out, I said, frick it, bro, I'm running. And I ended up running, and I was running on the trail, and then my old, like, not teacher, he's like the tech dude for our school, or my old school, but he was like the tech guy, and he was sitting there in like a cabin, and he's like, hey, do you need like help or anything? And I was like, well, I kind of like need to like call. I think I was going to hang out with my friend Rain, and I ended up telling him that like I'd like to call Rain, and he brought up like, oh, okay, well, like, you know, you can call him here if you want. I was like, okay, well, thank you. And it was honestly just really strange, because from there, I believe I ended up calling Rain. I told Rain that I can't pick him up. He was upset because I couldn't pick him up. He said a good friend would pick him up, and I wasn't picking him up. I felt really bad, but like I didn't have a car in the dream, and I don't know if Rain didn't understand that or what exactly it was, but anyways, Rain, sometimes you just wonder, like, what did I just dream? That didn't even make any sense whatsoever. Like, why did I dream that? And I still don't necessarily understand at all why I had that dream. Sometimes dreams come with like significance and stuff like that, and like something that you could sit there and be like, you know what, that's why I dreamt that, you know. But this dream was one of those dreams that like I had literally no idea why I had this dream. yeah, hopefully this video wasn't too boring. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know about your dreams, and if you guys want me to make more videos like this, I am totally down. So yeah, that's been it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, I just want to show you guys this little chaos clip real quick. I don't know, I just find it funny, and I can show you guys more clips like this if I ever do play more Skate 3 while I do story time. I just kind of want to play Skate 3 while I do story time. It's pretty simple to just sit there and talk and play this game. I think it's probably one of the easier ones because then you have to focus less on the game and just more on talking, because it's not like a RPG or shooter or something like that. But anyways, just watch this clip. Like, I really hope that Skate 4 AI is like that. By the way, I was really proud of that because I lipped up and then I believe I 360 shoved it. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I manualed up, got up, 360 shoved it, and went kind of back up on it. Like, I was really proud of that, and I think I was trying to shoot a skate clip actually, and this all occurred before I actually started the skate clip. I just don't understand this game at all, and I don't even know what the thumbnail is gonna be for this video, to be honest. But maybe I'm just gonna have to like come up with something. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.